Sports College Football. Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the shot that clears will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense takes the field to start this game off. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lee to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll take another shot here. Makes the catch on the left. Running toward the tape. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Back to the ground game on the left. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The shot to clears offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
What can't you say about how dominant this guy has been each and every week? He's making a case for the Heisman Trophy. He's making a case for every major college football award. He's making a case to be the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. That's now his 20th sack of the season.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Gonna run it. It's Ball. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're a
touchdown, ODU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is how you start a drive. Need to physically challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Extending the play. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. And the Chanticleers will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. The Chanticleers are marching down the field. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. Man, you have to do everything in your power not to let your momentum carry you out of bounds short of the first down marker.
And I would argue, too, maybe you run your route a little bit deeper. You got to understand where the first down marker is and where I got to get to. But, yeah, I'm not running out of bounds. I'm lowering my shoulder and trying to get as much yardage as I can to make this 4th down manageable.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Brings it in down the left side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Monarchs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays.
And the ball is loose on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this was one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offense.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He'll try to do it himself.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Lee takes to the air. They get to him as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And now the ball's loose in the end zone. What a stunningly boneheaded play. You can't make a miracle every time. Don't get sacked for the safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Secures it at the 30. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Finds us back in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Power football with the run.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Escapes the sack. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the shot to clears will punt this one away.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it in stride at the 15. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, ODU. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
Final play of the quarter coming. The give to the tailback. Fights off a defender. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Snap it to the back. He's out past the 35. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. To the ground with the back.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Leaves it with the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. He'll try to get it through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Touch pass on the run. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was...
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Monarchs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Showing the arm strength to the left. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This corner is good in man coverage. He's also really good in zone. That time, cover 3. He's got the deep third of the field, so anything deep down at the boundary is something that he's going to have a play on, and he shows you his ball skills, able to come away with that out of the team.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
He's going to pass. Time to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 15. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Monarchs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He's looking for an open man on second down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The shot that clears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. Found a little running. Stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to power their way ahead. At the 20, he's got space. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It is perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Virginia Tech picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Frank Beamer built there in Blacksburg, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 14 to Boston College. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Lee to throw. Feeling some heat. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Snap from the gun on third down. Looking to buy time. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Third down and short, they choose to pass it. They got the whole playbook open because it's third and short. On their own side of the field, you could tell the QB wasn't going to make a mistake. He did not want to force the ball, make a...
Going to take a shot. Pulls it in on the left. Off he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Valentine. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed, his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
The give on the inside. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long. And the Chanticleers decide to punt it away. Makes the grab close to the logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break. And he will score! Touchdown, ODU!
How about the day for this young man? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he puts through the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Norfolk to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw.
All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And he coughs it up inside the 20. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. Lee takes to the air. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs! And the stomping has commenced.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina has it, and the Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad lead.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Give to the running back. Strong, firm tackle.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get ready. That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is
got enough space. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And the route is on. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their goal.
The shot that clears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Touchdown, ODU! And the beatdown has ensued.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Got it in the middle. It's Dalton. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. And the Chanticleers will have it 1st and 10. Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
and sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys...
Can anyone catch him? Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And now on first down after converting with the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy?
Touchdown, Monarchs! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Oh, he got loose. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this all...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
This has been a frustrating day. And I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Got enough for the first down. Oh, look out, there he goes. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And the pummeling has started. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The Chanticleers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, ODU! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. And now the ball is free in the end zone. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires complete on the crosser. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. And the Chanticleers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch right at the 50. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Monarchs! And the route is on. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistake.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, the sack, and this offense has just struggled. They haven't done anything right, and they got a full quarter to go. Like, they got to find something in this next quarter to hang their hat on.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Escapes trouble. They're going to get him for a safety. Trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. He's off to the races. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll start this drive firing. He's got his man. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Almost had the completion, just missed it. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll get rid of it. It's complete. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Back to the air one more time. Escapes this, and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play.